G'day, this is Scotty Tucker. In this video I just wanted to introduce you to one of my favourite places in the world. I've been out here a few times now having a look at these lakes. This is Qudra Lakes just outside Dubai. There's 30, 40, 50 lakes. There's an enormous amount of lakes out here. The story goes that a few years ago the Sheikh was over at an equestrian event over in Europe and fell in love with some lakes and wanted to replicate that and bring it back and make it accessible for the people of Dubai. So he's created effectively several oases out in the middle of the desert to enable the people from Dubai to come out and camp and spend some time in nature. Now, being that these are in the desert environment it's an enormous amount of challenges. So the obvious one is the temperature. Quite common during summer for the temperatures out here to be above 50 degrees regularly. That means a water temperature of about 38, 39 degrees regularly, and that poses massive challenges to the managers that are trying to maintain these lakes. When it comes to water temperature, the higher the water temperature, the lower the oxygen gets held by the water, and most of the natural biological processes in water are oxygen driven. So if you're trying to manage lakes out here and the temperature's so high, it changes how you do things. So some of the more traditional aeration systems won't really cut it out here. So things like nanobubbles, different types of technology, they might be introducing ozone in nanobubble form, trying to get things that are going to help improve the environment, but try and do it in a natural way. Historically out here, there's been all sorts of attempts. There's been chemical control methods. One of the issues with chemical control methods is that when you're trying to balance a natural ecosystem and then using effectively swimming pool sort of technology, the two don't go hand in hand. So you're walking a very fine line out here between just coming up with innovative, unique methods to manage this desert environment and produce an outcome which is beneficial to the people. Dubai is one of the cleanest cities in the world, and so they're trying to effectively turn these into some of the cleanest lakes in the world. It's very, very hard. You've got really shallow lakes because the construction in sand limits how deep you can get down. Always having to drain them, empty them after sandstorms, dust storms, summer storms, where depending on the position of the lakes, because they're dotted out through a massive area, and so you might have a sandstorm coming in one side of it and you've got to clean that lake out, drain it, empty it. Might be problems with the liner, so they've got to reline it. There's a lot going on out here. There's weed control, algal control. Some of the migratory birds are even bringing in fish that are popping up, so where they may have been using chemical control methods in some sort of areas, they may not be able to anymore because now there's fish introduced in there, and the goal is to try and keep the wildlife happy, healthy and alive and thriving. So it's one hell of a challenge out here, but it's fascinating. It's created a wonderful learning environment for the people that are managing this. Spoken to quite a few people who have never had any training in freshwater ecology. There's no freshwater in Dubai. There's no lakes, there's no streams. So for these people out here that are managing these sorts of systems, whether they be from the private companies, the consultants, the Dubai municipality, there's some really keen, enthusiastic and now knowledgeable people that are trying to get these lakes up to the condition that is acceptable and beneficial to the people of Dubai. But yeah, it is an incredible place to be. It's just, I love this sort of stuff because of the challenges. It really stretches lake managers to keep these things in good condition where they can be enjoyed by the public. But yeah, if ever you get the chance to visit Qudra Lakes in just outside of Dubai, I'd really encourage you to come out and have a look because it's absolutely mind-blowing.